across the cage, his opponent. This man walks in with a record of 23 wins, 11 losses. He's a freestyle fighter who weighed in 154.6 pounds. Fighting out of Coconut Creek, Florida, Mark the Spartan Stevens. And when the action begins, your referee, Alan Abeliz.
All right, I gave you the instructions in the locker room. Obey my commands at all times. Protect yourself at all times. You want to touch him up, go ahead. Come out fighting.
Man, Holloway looks so much bigger than Stevens. Not just taller, he just looks like, his rehydrate gives him a 10, 12-pound advantage.
For Holloway, he has to watch the takedown. That's been his kryptonite. The submission game, the ground game. Stevens, we talked about his ability to hurt you in close. He wants to close distance early. With a reach advantage like the one Holloway has, that's not easy.
Jimmy's Keys to Victory brought to you by 50 States Vodka. You see at the top of your screen, Mark Stevens in the black trunks, Jeremy Holloway in the white trunks.
If you're the one with the reach advantage, what does that mean? Jab, jab, jab. Keep those hands out there. Keep them moving. Don't try and land the one big shot. That takes away your power advantage.
Tapology has Jeremy's reach at 79 inches.
Yep. Stevens is going to be the more powerful guy inside. If you're Holloway, you don't want to negate that by getting too close to him. Throw your jab, make him come to you. You got a sniper rifle. Don't go running across the battlefield. Stay where you are. Make your opponent come to you.
Nice metaphor.
I try. I write these down when I'm on the toilet. I'm in the shower. They just come to me, dude. It's like gold, man. I just write them down and going to use it someday.
That's awesome. I don't know how you remember them all.
I don't know. It's just, I've been hit. Apparently I've been hit enough time and choked out enough times. There's still some stuff left.
We are so lucky to be joined by Jimmy Smith. Commentated Bellator, UFC, and that amazing show which everybody watched. I mean, it's not just a show. Everyone who lives in LA has a show, but you had a show that everybody watched. And that was a Discovery, right?
Yeah, Fight Quest, man. I went around a bunch of countries and
yeah, you
had adventures and gotten beaten up and had a great time. It was fantastic.
Gig. But it was a really good show.
Thank you.
Yeah, like it wasn't just like a one-dimensional show. Like it was very, very interesting. That's ratings don't lie, man.
It was awesome, man.
Ratings don't lie.
Loved it. Man, Holloway being way more. You see, he worked on his patience. He worked on his tendency to kind of to come out too explosive. He's really worked on that. He's fighting the most patient game I've ever seen him fight.
Yeah, very, very slow start for traditionally. And maybe your advice got to him. Maybe he heard, he did say he was going to try to be way more patient in this fight. And he's being very disciplined now. Good on him.
Don't want to throw that uppercut from outside. That's
way
so
outside.
Dangerous.
Different zip code, man. He wasn't even remotely close.
Holyfield, Buster Douglas, for those who remember that one. Boom.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
That's a nice call.
Or am I just old?
No, it's just good brain.
You have
a good brain.
Because I'm ancient.
I'd kill to be able to pull like that, man.
Nice head kick. Caught it. Wasn't able to take him down. You cannot waste opportunities like that if you're Stevens. Catch a kick. Take him down. Don't grab it for no reason. Stevens still trying to find his way inside.
Jeremy Holloway still feeling him out, trying to set his timing. It's almost like he's still trying to gauge that timing. Knows he's got the reach. That stance switch could be throwing Jeremy off as well.
Yeah.
And I like how easily Mark transitions in and out of the two stances. It's almost like a quick, smooth, one-step switch over to southpaw.
You can tell from his body language, and I don't mean this in a bad way. He's looking for the easy way in. I think he's figuring out there's not going to be an easy way in. I got to throw some feints. I have to throw some combinations. I have to take some risks to get inside. He's not just going to open up and let me in.
Right. Dangerous hands. You just cannot. You can't make a mistake.
Exactly.
But
you also can't stay on the outside with a guy with Holloway's range advantage. You have to sell out at some point to get in. We talked a little bit about Mike Tyson. It wasn't his power. Of course, he's a powerful guy, but his movement was so amazing.
Right.
His ability to get inside to a range where he could use it, that was his ace in the hole. A lot of heavyweights have power. It was his ability to get inside and move properly, and Stephens is trying to find that.
Yeah, I always thought he never got enough credit for his footwork.
Oh, my God, unbelievable.
He was such a student of the game.
Custom Motto,
Yep.
Kevin Rooney, Teddy Atlas, they honed him.
Yep. Well, he took the right. He listened to you, Jimmy. He took the right to get that leg.
Yep.
He better hold on to it because it did cost him.
Gotta get the tape. Doesn't get it. Now, every time he doesn't, Holloway's confidence goes up just a little bit. This guy's not going to take me down just when he needs it.
10 seconds to go in the opener. So far, Jeremy Holloway able to implement his game. He's being very patient, picking Stephens apart from distance. Fighting long, doing exactly what he wanted to do. If you just joined us, you are watching Titan FC 55. I'm Jay Adams alongside Jimmy Smith. Glad you joined us. Don't forget, our main event, Claudio Ledesma, will be going for the strap. He's going to try to take that 125-pound belt from lead-feathered Juan Puerta. And in our co-main event, Luis Gomez will try to be the spoiler on the teenage heartthrob Chase Hooper. Chase Hooper at just 19 years old, undefeated. And UFC has their eyes on this 19-year-old tonight. Luis Gomez is going to try to be the spoiler. He knows it's a high-visibility fight. He's looking at it as an opportunity for him to get into line.
There are easy fights and great opportunities. That's the only way a fight is sold to you. So, hey, one guy's easy fight is another guy's great opportunity. Trust me.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Only two kinds. Got an easy fight for you.
If I'm a promoter, those are your two. Yeah, those are your two cells.
Get Lex over here and ask him. He'll tell you.
Oh, that's funny.
Easy fights and great opportunities. The only kind you have, buddy. I'm telling you.
Round number 2 here. Mark Stephens on the top of your screen in the black trunks. Jeremy Holloway on the right-hand side in the gray trunks. I gave the first round to Holloway. It was a close round.
Yep.
I gave it to him 10-9. He was able to implement his game plan. You know Stephens' game plan is not right at the end of Holloway's punch, which is where he found himself for many occasions in round number 1. He's got to either get in or get out.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I had the same as you. 10-9 for Holloway. Not a dominant round. A very, very patient round, but smart, tactical. Keeping Stephens exactly where that power isn't going to be a factor on the outside.
I think you're right. When you look at Stephens, it's like he's not able to pull the trigger on the shot. He just, it's easy for me to say it from here, man. I haven't tasted Holloway's right hand. I'm sure it's not fun. Man, even on a kick, Holloway almost punched him. I think he got a groin strike, Holloway, but you can't call your own groin strike.
You cannot. I think he's talking a little trash.
Okay, here it comes.
A little bit of that, too. I think that maybe more for Stephens than the referee. Holloway now really feeling good, obviously.
Yeah, he's feeling it. I think the groin strike kind of pissed him off a little bit, to be honest with you. And when he saw the ref wasn't going to give him the time, he sort of said, okay to Stephens, all right then, I'm going to take it out on you.
Yeah, but is that a good thing? In that he's fought a very tactical, smart, non-emotional fight up to this point.
Right.
Don't want to get mad. Do something stupid against a power puncher.
Right. Yeah, Stephens is such a seasoned veteran. He's so wily. His fight IQ is through the roof. If you give him that opportunity, he's going to jump all over it. You lose your temper, that's just what Mark Stephens wants. The Spartan is a seasoned veteran of 35 fights, professional fights.
Nice right hand off that jump knee attempt. Now, I'm surprised we haven't seen more of that, because in order to negate the wrestling of Stephens, Holloway has really dropped his stance. He's really trying to stay low. That makes you heavy on the lead foot. And I'm surprised Stephens hasn't tried to kick that leg out from him a little bit more, because he was very effective when he hit him with it about a minute ago. Surprised he hasn't gone to that well a few more times.
Right. Kick it out. Also, light it up so, Holloway can't put any weight on it. He can't launch. And, yeah, it'd be great. You're right, man. Work that lead leg. give him something else to think about.
Yeah, because right now he's just worried about hands. And there's the leg kick again. Holloway trying to react with punches, but that one stung him.
Yeah, it did sting him. He was kind of shaking his left leg a little bit. He's bouncing on it, trying to get the feeling back into it.
If I get hit by lightning, a good one just sucks.
Yeah,
because it hits that nerve perfectly. And the whole leg goes numb. You got to stand there and pretend it doesn't hurt. That's the worst.
I know.
Man.
I love the poker face, especially when you know something hurt and you look at the guy's face and you know he's trying to fight it.
I know that hurt, bro. I know that hurt, dude.
And then almost inevitably they'll say, nah, nothing. That's when you know it did hurt.
And then in the locker room afterward going, dude, that really sucked. Good job starting to eat up the legs. I think this round is up for grabs. I have Holloway slightly ahead, but Stevens starting to do damage with those leg kicks.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's almost like he heard you. And he's starting to light up that right lead leg.
I should get a coach's cut for some of these guys. It seems like they listen to me and their game really improves.
Oof. Yeah, that right hand, that malintent on it.
Problem is he's not really throwing more than 2, I'd say. Not really a combination puncher. He's loading 1, maybe 2. Sometimes it takes 3 or 4, especially against a rangy opponent.
Yeah, you're right, this round's up for grabs. Less than a minute to go in round number 2. We gave the slight edge to Holloway in round number 1. Oh, nice combo.
Nice.
There's that combo you were talking about. He's starting to pick up the pace a little bit here. Southpaw versus orthodox right now, but Stevens has proven he can switch over to southpaw. He's faking that shot a lot, but he's not doing it.
Yep. Oh. Too far out to commit to it. Nice step in left hand. That stunned Stevens for a second.
Yeah, it sure did.
Got him against the fence, only 15 seconds. Now's when you want to unload.
How much bigger does Holloway look? Oh, there's the shot, the single leg right on the 10-second warning. Good timing.
But Holloway right back to his feet.
Now a razor-thin round, though, Jimmy.
So close.
And the judges are looking for something.
Yeah,
it's still a takedown.
Could have iced it for him.
Interesting.
Man.
Did it ice it for Jimmy Smith?
The problem is that right before that, I thought Holloway hurt him with that right hand.
Yeah.
So I would say on my scorecard, let me look at the replay. I have the benefit of replay, what the judges do not. All right, let's take a look at it here. Against the fence, starting throw, good combinations. Here's the takedown, high crotch, dumped him right down, couldn't keep him down. He pops right back to his feet. Good timing on the high crotch, good commitment to it. Circled, angled, never let him off the hook. That's how you're supposed to finish that takedown.
And go
Holloway,
ahead.
I thought, had him hurt with the right hand before that.
Yeah, how big and strong is Jeremy Holloway?
Oh, gigantic. There are the adjustments to me for Holloway. Mix up the hands and the feet. Not just about punches, make him worry about kicks as well. And Stevens needs to feint to open Holloway up. Throw that shoulder feint, throwing some funky angles, get Holloway to open up.
Are you ready? Fight!
Jimmy's adjustments brought to you by Dynamic Wellness and Rejuva Lounge. And just earlier you saw some of the beautiful people who come to shows in southern Florida. Lauderdale and Miami known as a destination. A lot of people come down here for vacation. And clearly some of the beautiful people here tonight.
Rejuva Lounge, that sounds awesome. By the way. Rejuva Lounge. I gotta go to Rejuva Lounge.
Dynamic Wellness and Rejuva Lounge. Man, we need to get over there.
I know, totally. That sounds awesome.
I want to find out where that is. I think I will visit it too. I want to do one of those salt flotations for the meditation.
Yeah, that's cool.
I haven't done it yet. And I want to do a cryo too. Have you done a cryo yet?
I have, dude.
Do you like it?
It's awesome. It is really awesome. It's really awesome.
I heard it's good for your brain. Lord
Apparently
knows.
it is. I can now remember stuff I couldn't before.
I need it. My wife will be the first to tell you. Karine, if you're watching, I promise I'll do a cryo.
There is a solution. Holloway coming out once again, being the aggressor, kind of controlling the real estate.
I did give the second round to Stevens, though, just based on the takedown, everything else being equal.
Super duper close.
Super duper close. Yep, you're right. You're right.
But right now, neither guy can feel great about it. Neither guy can go, man, I got this in the bag. You know, so both guys are in the same position. They have to fight hard in this third round. Nice step in left.
Tried for that uppercut, but there was too much distance. Holloway was backing up at the time.
He's been throwing it from too far out. Hasn't been able to close the distance necessary to land an effective uppercut. It's an inside weapon. Looks like he's cut around the left eye.
Yeah, you can see Holloway's picking up. He's throwing more combinations now. He's starting to feel it. He's got Stevens' rhythm. He thinks he's figured out the riddle. He's pressing.
The problem is Stevens so far, at least offensively, waist up, it's been about power punches, and we really haven't seen an effective power punch from him yet. We've seen a couple of straight shots from Holloway, but we haven't seen an effective power punch so far from Stevens. And when that's the majority of your offense, that's not a good sign.
Right. Yeah, I think, you know, especially this being the third and final round that the judges see, if Holloway can keep up this kind of pressure, that's what the judges see. And as you were saying earlier, the blood, you know, it just, it's a nice right hand there from Stevens.
There's an effective power punch. But we're seeing straight shots. We're seeing stuff that's comparatively easy to see. I want to see a little more of those shoulder feints. Maybe feint for the take and then throw something crazy. Rather than this straight-on power offense that so far Holloway has been able to see coming.
Are you as surprised as I am that you haven't seen Stevens shoot as much, you know, the relatively small amounts of opportunities? It's just, is it Holloway is that good?
I think it's more Holloway than Stevens. I'm impressed with Holloway's ability to A, stay low, and B, control the range. He's always pawing with the jab. He's always keeping Stevens where he wants him. Can't get inside underneath the hips to get the takedown. So to me, it's more of a credit to Holloway.
And Holloway now using his distance advantage to light Stevens up.
Doing a great job so far.
That right hand is just finding its mark. Oh, right, left hand.
Oh,
yeah,
he's stumbling.
Yep. Beautiful combinations. You can tell Holloway's really feeling it now. Plenty of time. Over a minute left in the final round of the fight.
We wondered about round 2. I am not wondering about round 3. So far, Holloway has it.
Convincing round for Holloway. This is how you ice a fight. Picking up the pace consistently every minute of the round. He's gotten more and more active.
And look at the right eye of Holloway starting to swell. I'm sorry, Stevens starting to swell very, very badly.
Minute 2 more active than 1. Minute 3 more active than 2. Minute 4 more active than 3. And this is how you build up an accumulation of damage. And look at that damage.
Yeah, he's got a cut on his left eye and swelling on the right. He just can't see these punches coming. He's throwing back. He's still a warrior. He's throwing back.
Holloway coming to talk about warrior.
But he can't see the punches coming. I'm telling you right now, his depth perception is not there.
Oh, Holloway wants to finish it. 10 seconds to go in the fight. Holloway wants to stop him. He does not want this to go to the judges' cards. Stevens is trying to sell it, but Holloway, beautiful third and final round. And I got my red sprinkle for the day.
There you go.
I got my red jimmies.
You take them home. You frame that. When people ask, what's it like being a mixed martial arts commentator? You show them. I've had clothes ruined. All right, I don't even want to talk about it.
Oh, and I think it's somehow poetic that they're called jimmies. You know, the little red little thing you put on your ice cream?
It's true.
They're red jimmies.
There you go.